Good morning, everybody. I'm making this video to give my commentary and just my personal opinion on the situation with the young lady, Miss Sonia Massey. Miss Sonia Massey was in her home and she felt like it was an intruder in her home or was trying to get in her home allegedly. She called the police for protection. The police come. They're knocking on the door. Never once did they announce that they was the police. So if anybody is afraid that someone is trying to get into their home and all of a sudden even though she called the police. I know she called the police, but you still didn't announce who you were. So she probably a little shaken up or whatever, allegedly. I don't know. But when she finally does come to the door, the police are already aggressive with her. What took you so long to come to the door? Are you coming to the door or not? She's telling them, yes, give me a minute. She comes to the door. She opens the door. She stands outside her door. And she's telling them, okay, well, I called you all, because I thought there was an intruder trying to get into my home. And she's saying, oh, God, oh, God. Instantly, that woman got to praying out to God. Oh, God, please don't hurt me. She begged that man not to hurt her. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Oh, his response was, well, why would we hurt you? You called us for protection. And that's what she called you for protection. But yet, you unalived this woman in her kitchen, in her home. And you didn't have no remorse about it. Allegedly, this is my opinion. This is what was seen in the video. This is what I saw. I saw that woman knew that the enemy that stepped into her home. I called you for a possible home invasion. And now you're sitting on the couch and you're standing in her living room and you're asking her for her ID, her identification. You ask her what's her last name and she instantly tells you, like she's thinking, oh, you shouldn't have to think about your last name. She's shaking, allegedly. She seems to be calm, collective, and all that. He gestures her to go and turn a pot of water off on the stove, saying, oh, we don't want to start a fire in here. She says she goes to get the pot of water. In the video, what I feel like I saw and what I heard was her pouring the water out the pot in the sink and turning the water on from the faucet. One of the officers bags back and turn around. She asked, where you going? He said, oh, I'm moving out the way of the hot steam water. She said, the hot steam water? Oh no, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. They asked her, what did she say? She repeated, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that's when Officer Grayson, you better the F not or I'll aim at your face, at your head. And moments before you threatened her and told her what you would do to her, you literally stood on business and you did that. You did what you said you was gonna do. And then you screaming, drop the pot, drop the pot. But the woman didn't even have the pot in her hand from what I saw. The woman that had the pot in her hand, she threw her hands up to block herself, to guard herself, and she ducking. And that's when you aimed at her. And you squeezed it. And you hit her. And then when your partner chose to be a good aid to her, to assist with her, to go and get the first aid kit, instantly it was like it was dismissed. You can go and get it if you want, but that was a clear headshot. How could you talk like that? You didn't care. Then you proceed to say, just let her effing, and you stopped yourself. What was you gonna say? Just let her bleed out? You didn't care. The officers came. You called her a effing crazy B word. Someone that you just unalived. Your partner is torn up. He's hurt, crying, shaking. He can't believe what he just saw. What he's singing and what he's dealing with on the scene. And yeah, you walk around like you don't even care. You called your own partner dipshit. You didn't have not 1 ounce of care in the world. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's something about the name of Jesus. That word, that name is very powerful. Satan can't stand the name of Jesus. When you call upon the name of Jesus, it triggers something in that man. It upsetted him. When she asked for that Bible, it upsetted him. Something in him was upset, very upset with her. She even threw her hands up and said, I'm sorry. But see, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing good gonna come to you. You was wrong. Then you stood there and say, well, that's nothing that we can do. What you want me to do? I wasn't gonna take no pot of hot water to the face. First of all, like I said, in my opinion, their water was empty in the sink. It sounded like I could hear the water being poured out in the sink from that pot, and she turned some water on in the sink from the faucet as well. The fact that even if you wanted to claim self-defense, which is in my opinion, it was nothing about her actions or her movement that showed as if she was going to throw some water on you. You to my the water got over here by our foot, but you said that she was aiming for your face. You didn't care. Then you wanted to call and say 1096. Even if she was mentally challenged or has some type of mental disability, you still didn't handle that woman properly. You still didn't handle that woman with care. You still treated her like you was not there to protect her at all. Even after you fired ammunition at her, you still didn't care to even help that woman, whether it was self-defense or not. And in my opinion, it wasn't self-defense. That woman asked you not to hurt her, and you still failed her, and you did it anyway. And you want to act like your life was in danger. It wasn't. Just my opinion. It wasn't. Officer Grayson, like her daddy said, you should not even been on the force. You already had a background. And it's sad that this had to happen to her. For you to finally stop your shenanigans, because you weren't right. You had no intentions of protecting Miss Sonia. You did. In your voice, you didn't even care that she was laying there bleeding out, because that's what you expected her to do, allegedly. According to your words, you didn't even really want your partner to assist her. Well, what can we do? It's not much we can do for her. You can aid and assist her until the paramedics get there. That's what you could have done. You could have not took your ass to her house at all. You could have stayed on that porch, and once you checked the premises and you didn't see anything, and once she told you that she did no longer need you to help her with anything, you should have left. You should have left. You should have left. But when she called upon the name of Jesus and said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, you instantly was pissed, and you was ready. You was ready to do just what you said you was going to do to her. And you did it. I don't know how people can be so heartless. I don't know how people can be so cold. Baby, nothing good is going to come to people like that. She rebuked you in the name of Jesus. And them little demonic spirits in your body got the tremoring, got the shaking, and got very upset. She saw it. She knew it was something with you. She knew it was something that wasn't right with you the moment you stepped foot on her porch and she opened her door to talk to you, because she instantly got to saying, oh God, please don't hurt me. She even apologized to you after she said she will rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And you pulled your weapon out on her, and she threw her hands up to make peace and said, I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm sorry wasn't good enough for you and them demonic energy that was around you, them demonic spirits that was in you. That wasn't good enough for you to leave that woman home and leave her alone and go on about your business. You felt like you had to complete the mission. You felt like you had to take matters into your own hands. But now you know what? Your life is in somebody's hands. Somebody got the final decision on your life. Boy, when karma comes around and when God spin that block, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. It ain't gonna be nothing nice. And the saddest part about it is when her uncle spoke, they had to say their final goodbyes to her on one of their sister's birthdays. And a couple of days later, it was the other sister's birthday. Also, the uncle spoke and said that they dealt with this before. That one of the relatives ran into the police like this, and he was unalive the same way. Can you imagine the hurt that that family is going through? The pain, reliving those moments. They got to see this flash on social media continuously. To hear you say those words about their loved one, that she's a effing crazy B word. All I got left to say to you is, baby, may God have mercy on his soul. Condolences to their family. That I pray that justice is served to the max. And my last thing that I'm going to say is that it's something about the name Jesus that the enemy can't stand. Resist the devil and he will flee. You deserve whatever it is that you got coming, sir. Y'all be blessed.